making pizza.
Yeah, good. You want to read that recipe for us, Rob?
Sure. We have 7 tablespoons of applesauce, 4 teaspoons of gluten vital wheat, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 1/4 cup unbleached flour, 2 cups of whole wheat flour, 2 1/4 cup water, 1 tablespoon of instant dried yeast.
All right, Rob, this recipe is almost the same as the bread we just made.
It is. The only exception is the oil that's in it, and we put 50% white flour in there to make it softer.
Right.
Yes. We like, the young people can do whole wheat, but they also like the white flour in it too. So it softens it up while still maintaining the nutrition. And when I use white flour, I use unbleached white flour.
Okay.
So it still does have some of the nutrients in it.
Right. Okay. It's not the bleach to make it white.
Right.
Okay. It's healthier for you.
Exactly. Now we did already mix this one just to save time. And the oil in there, in the first recipe, it had applesauce, and that replaced the oil.
Right.
And oil, what it does is it makes the dough not as crumbly. And so when you put applesauce in it, it has some of the same properties, not exactly, but you can replace it 1-to-1. So if it says a half a cup in your recipe or a 1 cup, you can just replace it 1-for-1.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Good. And just to refresh your course for me, and maybe some of you need this too, we're not going to make it here, but refresh us again. We mix the flour
and the
liquid,
right.
and then we mix it, and then we set for 2 hours.
We let it sit for 2 hours.
Okay.
And then we mix this for about 10 minutes, and you can tell when it's done by taking a little pinch off of it. And what you want to do is get a gluten film. Now, if this was 100% white flour, you could get it so thin that I could put it on my watch and I could tell you what time it is.
Oh, you can see through it.
Yeah,
wow.
it almost becomes opaque.
Yes.
And so you can see the gluten film there. Can you see that? So that tells you that it's done, that the gluten is strong enough now to hold the CO2 as you're making it.
Okay.
But now we need to start making some pizza dough.
Yes.
And you know, in the finest traditions of making pizza dough, it has to be hand tossed.
And I have never done this. So.
Okay, so we're going to learn something new today. Okay, and this is also fun about baking is you get to make a mess and it's legal.
That's nice. I like that. Absolutely.
So first we, what are we doing? We're getting the air out.
Yes,
moving around the yeast cycle.
Moving around the families.
Moving around the families. I need a little
I can understand that.
here.
Okay.
They have a pizza seminar. You know, every vocation has a seminar somewhere. And in Las Vegas every year they have the pizza seminar. And they have Pizza Olympics where they have pizza throwing contests. I've never entered that, but they're pretty good. I don't think I'm that good.
Yeah, that's
We get it just about where we want it. And now, through centrifugal force, we are going to throw this and make it bigger. And that will automatically make the crust thicker and the middle thinner.
Okay. I'm getting nervous already, you guys.
So make sure your ceilings are clean, just in case. So what we're going to do is we're just going to throw this now. Key, Jill.
Yes.
Don't use your fingers. Your fingers go through. It has to be on your fist.
Okay.
So I'm holding it like this.
Okay.
I have to have lots of flour on it. Now this hand, my left hand, is going to twirl it, and this one is going to just throw it up. So are we ready?
I think so. I'm ready.
We got a pretty high ceiling.
We did. We could go a long ways, you guys.
Okay, so let's go.
Cool.
So you just want to twirl it so that it gets bigger.
Oh, man. I so do not think I could do that.
Now, out in Las Vegas, they do 2 at one time.
Now, how can you do that with 2 at one time?
I don't know. I haven't figured that one out. Okay, so we'll get our pizza screen.
Okay.
And this helps it to bake faster.
Oh,
So we're going to lay this down here.
Okay.
And we're going to lay this on top.
Cool.
Now, this also happens to be a good recipe for pita bread. You could also make pita bread.
I like that. Now, how do you get the pocket in the pita bread?
Well, you don't dock it. We're about to dock it with that fork right over there.
Okay.
And what this is going to do is going to seal the top to the bottom just by poking holes in it. And this prevents the blisters. You know, in pita pocket, it's just one big, huge blister. So in order to make a pita pocket with this, you would get a stone. You can actually buy these stones. You can put them in your oven.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
And then you would put this right directly on there. And that hot surface would cause this thing to blister right up and become a big ball, and then you bring it out. You cut it. You have to be careful because the steam in there would burn you quick. So we don't want that though. We want pizza.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
very nice. Now you teach this to your students there.
Yes.
Yeah.
They all have to be able to hand toss before they go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's one of the funner aspects of
Yes.
the class.
Oh, that's exciting. And you brought an alumnus from the program there. He's gonna be on the program in a few minutes.
Yes.
We're gonna
Yes.
get to meet
Nick
him.
is with
That's
us today, and
exciting. Yes.
he's going to work with us
That's
on our
real
next
exciting.
one. So that is the pizza. Now,
How long does it bake? What temperature?
there's a couple of things that you can do here, and one thing that I like to do is cook on Sunday and then have it ready in the freezer.
I'm all about that. Absolutely.
So what we could do is we could put this in, and all we want to do is just kill the yeast. We're going to let it rise for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we're going to, I'm sorry, not 2 or 3 minutes, about 10 or 15 minutes. Then put it into the oven, and all we want to do is kill the yeast. We don't want to brown it. We don't want to let it get any color. All we want to do is kill the yeast, because every time you put it into the oven, every time you put it in the freezer, you take out moisture.
Yes.
So we want to just minimally bake it, just enough to kill the yeast, and then we take it out, let it cool for a little bit, put it into the freezer. You can decorate it just like this, and kids love this.
Oh, yeah. That's
and you
right.
can put, and adults love this too. I mean, you can get make a nice cream of broccoli soup or cream of asparagus. Put yourself a little crust on here like this.
I like that.
And pour that in there. Make yourself a little vegan Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
Sprinkle that on top. Bake it for about 20 minutes. Done.
That sounds good. Oh, that
Ooh la
sounds
la.
good. Can I try one of these pizzas?
Yeah.
To toss?
I
gotta try this.
Roll one out for you.
Okay.
Get it ready. Get out a little aggressions here.
Okay. I'm not even sure I want to try it, but it looks fun. Yeah.
I think it is fun. I think it's going to be
Very
funner
nice.
for me than it is for you.
I have my feelings, though.
All right.
Maybe funner for you guys at home, too. That's pretty cool. Now, you go out and do cooking schools as well? Ron?
We go all over New England and New York, and we do cooking schools.
Okay.
And in
Very
fact,
neat.
I'm
what do we
holding one. I'm looking for another peel for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that is ready
Do I
for you
need
too.
more in my hand?
Yeah, I think I have enough there.
You got enough?
Okay.
I'm
now,
nervous.
on your fist.
On my fist. Like this?
Yeah, and this hand turns this way.
Whoa!
You didn't really turn. You just
didn't
threw
turn.
up. It just went up. So you need to.
Like that?
Yeah, it actually got bigger.
Whoa.
But you need to get a little more height, I think.
Whoa! This is not very good, you guys.
Time.
Okay, then the pressure's off of me. Woo! I think I don't want to get that height in there. See, and I use my fingers.
Yeah, don't use your fingers, Jill.
I can't. Ah.
Okay, here, I got one. Okay.
Whoa, that looks professional.
See,
Whoa.
this one is just spinning it. And
Spinning.
yours is...
Hey, how's that? Whoa. Whoops. It's getting a little bit. I can't keep my hand under that.
I think you're doing a good job.
Ah, look at that. It's getting easier.
Practice makes perfect. Well, we know what you're going to do this weekend, Jill.
That's right. I'll be spinning pizza doughs. Cool. Boy, that's fun.
Okay.
Mine doesn't look as good as yours, but anyways, it's
You
stretched
can
out a bit.
stretch it out. You can just
stretch
stretch
it
it
out.
out
I
with
love
your fingers.
that.
But it doesn't taste the same if it's not hand
Right.
tossed.
Okay, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, now
All right.
we're going to show you what the pizzas look like with the toppings. We're not going to put them on now, but we'll just show you
Okay.
what they look like. Here's one you did. Oh, this looks good, Rob.
Now
I'll
that
just
is
put
a
it down.
par-baked dough. It is
Okay.
not finished all the way. What I did is I just par-baked it, and then I froze it, and then we put on the toppings, and this still has to be baked. So we'll just put it in the oven today, and it's fresh baked today, even though I made that crust yesterday.
Okay, and then we're going to eat it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then this one does not have the cheese on it, correct?
There you go.
Yeah, so you can do it either way.
You can do it either way.
Yeah, whatever you like. Oh,
So we're ready to
good.
go.
Boy, it looks good, doesn't it? With all the toppings.
I'm
Very
ready to get
nice.
a fork. I want to use that fork and eat it.
Yeah. Okay.